Recurring entries are business transactions that are repeated regularly, such as a fixed rent amount or insurance due every month. This feature is very helpful for transactions that take place on an ongoing basis for a consistent amount. There are two parts to recurring transactions: setting up the individual accounts for the recurring transactions, then creating the recurring transactions. To set up a new recurring entry, open the Accounting module. Under the General Ledger Tools menu on the left side of the screen, choose the Recurring Journal Entry option. This will open the Recurring Journal Entry window. Current journal entries will be shown in a list on the left side of the window. You can click over a list item to view details about it, or choose the Add button in the lower right to open a new blank record. Enter a reference number in the upper left. This is usually an abbreviated date and description of the transaction. The company number will automatically populate based on the location that you are logged into when accessing this screen. Enter the number of times that you want the recurrence to occur into the Number of Entries field. Leaving this set to 0 will never run the entry. Select the journal that this entry will show under. The transaction date will automatically fill with today's date. You can adjust this by clicking the small calendar icon. Choose the frequency for this recurring entry. You can choose between weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, quarterly, and yearly. You may enter comments to have them populate automatically on the transactions. In the table, click in the top row to begin entering information. Choose the GL account for the bill. The description will populate based on your selection. The profit center and department will populate for the record. If this transaction references a specific entity, enter the entity number or click the ellipsis button to search for the entity. If this transaction is for a specific unit, enter the unit number or click the ellipsis button to search for the unit. Enter either the debit or credit amount. The unit count column should stay at 0. Optionally, you may enter a comment per line. Each transaction must have both a debit amount and a credit amount. The totals between the two types must match, or you will receive an error message that the transaction is out of balance. When you're done adding rows, click the Save button in the lower right of the window. Click the X in the upper right to exit the window. Once you've set up the recurring transactions, you can use the Create Recurring Transactions quick link whenever you need to do so. Choose the Create Recurring Transactions from the Quick Links menu on the left side of the screen. This will create the transactions and open a pop-up message that shows which transactions have been made. If you attempt to run recurring transactions after they've already been run, Motility Anywhere will not create duplicates.